John here, Hooks, Hooks, and Chains. What are y'all doing tonight? What are you doing? Welcome to some Monday Night Crochet In. Crochet In. Crocheting. Crocheting. It just sounds weird. Doesn't it sound weird?
Yes, it does. It's spelled
Crochet.
weird
Yes, it
too.
does. Hi, Auntie Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Crocheting.
Well, and
Crocheting.
it's spelled funny too.
Welcome to all my subs. Welcome everybody. If you didn't catch the show yesterday, Beth, where were you yesterday? You didn't catch the show yesterday. I have my first granny square. It's called a fisherman's ring. Look at that. It's actually square. If I block it, it'll be like square. But I'm thinking, I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna make a blanket. I think, like I was telling Annie yesterday, I think I might just mat it, frame it, just have fisherman's square on the bottom of it, just like have them all on my wall. We'll see.
Is it that blue one or is it a different one?
What, this one here?
Which one? I can't see it.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
that one. Isn't that going to the table runner? Or are you going to not do the table runner?
No, that's made out of thread. That's totally different. That's made out of my thread. This one up here.
I wasn't
This
here when you
This
did
one's my
it.
table runner right here.
Oh, that's right. Duh. Okay. Now I'm all
Hi,
together.
guys.
Yeah. No, I want to do a granny square because I've seen this cool pattern for it. So I just like, okay, let's just do this cool granny square.
Hey,
And
Greg.
you know, then we're talking to Annie yesterday, and she's got, well, on Timu I got the granny square tile book coming to myself too. So I'll be doing granny squares out of that. But I know I got a craft book here somewhere with a bunch of parquet flooring samples that I wanted to do a bunch of parquet like quilt patterns out of that will look really cool. Just all done out of wood and framed as well.
Oh, I think that would be cool.
So Annie and Hurt and Bethy and Connie and Greg and Connie is in the chat.
You mean the
And
panel?
Hello.
Jessica's here as well.
Hello.
Well, Beth, we know you weren't here, so that's all that matters. Just saying. So what are you working on today, Connie? Since you got everything almost done.
Well, I got this I'm working on, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. That's all you get to see.
Yeah, I think it's a plant.
Nope. No plant.
The cactus is still a plant, you know that, right?
It's not a plant. Guarantee it's not a plant.
Not a tree. Not a dead tree.
Nope.
It's a dead animal. It's a dead animal.
Nope.
Is it an amigurumi?
Nope.
Seaweed.
Nope. I don't think anyone's going to guess it. But you can continue guessing.
Is it animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Neither. None.
It's not an animal, a vegetable, or a mineral.
No. Hi,
So
Annie.
It's an inanimate object.
Yes, it is. Sort of.
Oh, is it a cow? Is it a cow with a...
No, it's not even really an object.
It's got to be something.
It is something.
It's something, but she's not going to tell us.
Let's call it. I'll say it's fiction.
It's fiction. A hydra?
Huh?
A hydra.
No.
Hey, it had a lot of heads.
It's not alive. No, it's not a fart in the wind, Greg.
It's not alive.
I will say, okay, I will tell you one thing about it. No, it's not Peter Pan. You do wear it. But it's what it represents that I'm not telling you. You have to wait. I'm only a fourth of the way done through it, so.
A quarter.
Mm-hmm. A quarter. But yeah.
Well, I'm working on a neck warmer. So,
Cool.
there.
Beth, I will wear fiction.
On anything tonight.
Huh?
Is what?
I've been working all day, so I'm not working on anything tonight.
Ah,
My brain is tired. She is doing so well.
yeah.
It was like she took off running around the yard, got familiar with that, came in, sniffed all the rooms, picked her spot in the living room floor, and pretty much where she's hung out.
Cool. Is how young is it
She's
a girl?
4.
She's 4.
She's 4. And it was the woman who had her adopted her as a puppy from the shelter. It's our only non-kill shelter in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And when her dementia got so bad that they had to put her in a home, they surrendered him back to the same shelter.
Oh.
Wait, you guys still have kill shelters down there?
All of our shelters are kill except this one.
None of them here in Kansas are, and none of the ones in Utah are.
Yeah, I thought they're going to ban them all.
There's still places that do it. It has a lot to do. I think it has a lot to do. I think it has a lot to do with the population, because when you have a larger population, you have more people that can take them as foster them.
Yeah.
So
there is a lot of people around here who do foster.
Yeah.
I got a friend that I went to high school with. She was in Calgary. She fosters cats.
Yeah.
Still have it?
She has one that she adopted. It was a foster cat. All the cats that she has, she leash trains them to walk on leashes out of the streets, and it's actually pretty cool to watch all these cats on leashes just stay on the sidewalk and not climb trees and go on the grass, go on the road, and everything else. She actually trains them to stay on the street.
I had a cat when I whistled.
Yeah, my mom's cats.
Like to a dog.
My mom's cats were always leash trained.
And she usually has 3 or 4 or 5. Usually around 4 at a time. And then she usually gets them all. They're usually all litter mates, and then she fosters them all until they get adopted, right? Find their forever home.
Well, see, my daughter bought Zay a foster cat that had been fostered because it had been abandoned, and then they adopted a dog that had from the breeder, but it had been purchased a year prior, and they brought it back and returned it because they didn't want it, which is horrible to do that to a dog.
You wish you could do that with kids once in a while.
But they love him and they'll keep him.
Some kids you just want to take back, though.
Well, it was so weird because she didn't give him any explanation. In fact, she says, if you need any information, call me, like on his vet and stuff. And she tried to call him and they wouldn't answer. They changed their phone number. So my daughter and her husband had to take him and get full workup done on him, start over, so they knew exactly. They had never got him fixed, the people before, in which he should have been fixed. And so they got him fixed. They got all of his shots. They found out that he's allergic to chicken, so they're having to change his food because he keeps getting sick. And hi, IVB.
Hey,
So-
Ivy, what you up to?
He's doing much better now. I think part of the reason, because he was chewing up stuff, he has stopped chewing up stuff ever since he got fixed. I know that my dog, as soon as I got him
I would
fixed, he
too.
stopped it. Huh?
It's the way I felt too when I got fixed. I'm like, I don't feel like eating nothing.
Well, I don't think you were chewing on wood.
Just let me sit in the corner here. I'll just stay by myself. Well, that's why it would work now because I can't chew it anymore, right? Just don't change.
Exactly.
Hi, IVB. Hey, Greg. Hi, Beth. Who else did I miss? Oh, hi, Connie.
Hey.
Hi, Jess.
Herbs it.
Oh,
Hi, John.
Hey, Annie. Got the. She don't feel like doing nothing tonight, eh?
I'm really, honestly, I have walked, I have played, I have cooked, peeled, mashed. Yeah, no, I'm done. What? You broke up.
Pumpkin pie or no?
Oh, the pumpkin pies are not until tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you were drying them out, say, or something, and getting them prepped up.
Oh, no, I dried them out and got them all mixed up, but they're in the freezer now.
Oh, okay.
All I have to do is take them out and bake them fresh Thursday morning.
yep. I'm getting ready to go make pumpkin pie and cheesecake.
I'm not having
They
my.
decided pumpkin custard pie and a lemon cream pie. That's what they wanted this year.
I'm not having Thanksgiving till Saturday. So the only thing I'm making before Friday is one raspberry icebox pie for our friends. She asked me if I would make her one.
I love those things.
Yeah. Me
Hi,
too.
Rudy.
So I will make one on Wednesday morning and take it over. Hi, Rudy.
Hi, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
I was so proud of Anthony today because they just put in a new computer system, which you know what that means. I
Right.
got the one to deal with all the glitches. So I was in there for about 30 minutes doing the paperwork before. And Bill said he just kicked back in the car, just chilled out. He said Cash was more agitated than Anthony was.
Mm-hmm.
Cash kept looking to see where I was. He couldn't see me.
Yeah. Now, what kind of puppy is he?
Well, it has wire-haired terrier in it, definitely. It kind of puts you in a mind of like a miniature of. You ever seen Because of Winn-Dixie?
Yeah.
The movie? Okay, that dog, except for the ears, are not that big.
Oh, okay.
She got more floppier ears.
Cool.
She kind of, her and Cash walking side by side, they kind of in the face resemble each other.
Oh, that's cool.
I know both of you heard me just talking about you, but that doesn't mean I wanted you. Like,
What they want?
no, she does not like doggy treats, but boy, she likes people treats. I was like, nope, you're going to have to learn to like doggy treats.
Did you know? Okay, I got to tell you something. My first beagle that we had her. We got her when she was 8 because the people who had her didn't want her anymore because their daughter was moving, going off to college, and they didn't want her anymore. So we got her, and she, beagles are food driven, right? So every time I would cook and stuff, like I was cutting up fresh vegetables and stuff, I would give her like the ends and stuff. She liked potatoes and peppers and cucumbers and all that stuff, right?
Carrots.
And carrots. Oh yeah, loved carrots and green beans and all of that. And I figured it was a good treat. It was vegetables, good for her. So about a year later, we got another beagle, and she was treated. She wasn't. They beat the beagle out of her. Let's just say that. She didn't act like a beagle. She didn't sound like a beagle. They forced her to live outside with 2 German shepherds, and she had her first litter when she was a year old, and her second litter when she was 2 years old, and they beat her. She was scared to death of everything, and so when we got her, I asked Anna, which was the older, if she wanted a TREAT. And she come running, and well, Kiva did too. She came running, and I handed Anna some vegetables, and then I gave Kiva. Kiva took it and spit it out. It's like, what the heck was that? And it took her about a week or two to realize if she wanted those, she was going to take what I gave her. And she ended up liking them, but
All of my dogs have always liked vegetables. People always look at me weird when I tell them I feed my dogs vegetables.
mine, I always do.
My mom,
Potatoes.
growing up, my mom had, it was a poodle. It was an apricot poodle. She was supposed to be a teacup poodle, and she turned out to be quite a bit bigger.
Right.
But, I mean, she lived into her 20s. But that dog would literally drive you insane when you was peeling potatoes if you didn't give her the potato peels.
Yep. And our new dog loves that too. He takes on anything, but if I was doing fruit, if I was doing vegetables, as long as it wasn't grapes or onions, I never fed that to them because that's poisonous. But absolutely, and I like when I was doing peppers. I take the ends of them. Potatoes, oh my gosh, sweet potatoes, green bean. I mean, any kind of carrot, any kind of vegetables.
When I first got Misty and Storm, and I asked the vet, I said, "What?" I said, "I've raised dogs from this age, but I've never raised cats from this age."
Uh-huh.
Because they were just like 3 or 4 days old when I got them.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, he was telling me, how to care for them. And he said, as they start teething, he said, give them frozen carrots.
Yep.
He said, just throw a carrot in the freezer and then give them the frozen carrot to cut their teeth on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, Greg. Onions are poisonous to dogs. You're lucky that it didn't kill your dogs. Just like chocolate is poisonous to them.
I have had many dogs that ate chocolate that lived to be ripe old ages. I think moderation is the key. They can't eat tons of it.
True, but I've also, my sister, she had 2, oh gosh, what were they called? Apolopsos?
Lhasa
yeah.
And have one of those.
She had 2 of them, and she gave them both. The older one, she had always given her chocolate in moderation. And then when they got the younger one, it was about 6 months old, and she gave it to him, killed it.
See, I think some animals are like people. They have allergies. They have food allergies.
Oh, I know they do.
Like that goes into anaphylactic shock.
Yeah.
And I can see how you should be careful. Like I said, it's moderation. It wasn't like, they got it every day. and it
Right.
was just little pieces here and there just as a treat. But I think what they mean is tell people don't sit and feed your chocolate every day when you're
Right.
eating it.
Right.
Because when I'm eating chocolate, if I want to treat them, I'll get vanilla wafers
Right.
and
Hey,
give them,
Joe.
Hi.
just give them something sweet. Hi, Joe.
Hey.
Hey, Joe.
Hey,
Well, I
John.
know my dad when my dad had the Afghans, he would take them for a bike ride. Well, actually, they would drag him on the bike, and they would go to McDonald's, and he'd give them ice cream.
Oh, ice cream's not bad for dogs.
Yeah, no.
In fact, I make my dog ice cream, and it tastes like it's flavored like macaroni and cheese, and it's flavored like meat and all kinds of stuff.
Now you can get pup cups at Dairy Queen. Your
Yep.
pup.
We give our dogs every night. We give them 2 squirts of sugar-free whipped topping. That's their treat, their night treat. And then, and when we go places with them, we get them the pup cup. Yeah, that's not. It doesn't hurt them for like their birthday. Well, we don't know when the Chihuahua's birthday is, but we know what our Beagle's birthday is because when we got him from the breeder, she gave us a little card that had all of his information plus his birthday. And so on their birthday, I make them a birthday cake, all 3 of them, and then I make the little tiny ones, and then we get them a little puppy ice cream, and they get that. So
Welcome back, Jess.
Hello.
welcome back, Jess.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
Joe.
Oh,
Guess
my-
what time Anthony went to
Joe.
bed last night?
Hey, Jess, what?
Guess what time Anthony went to bed last night?
3:30.
5:30 this morning.
I wasn't too far off.
Bill came in
We
and
said
he
last night.
say something. And I was like, he just went to sleep. If you wake him up, I'm gonna break both your legs. He's
Why,
like, I'm going to bed.
why was he up so long?
I don't know, but he did not want to be up alone.
Oh,
He didn't want the TV on. He didn't want the computer on. So we just sat there quietly, dimmed the lights, and we listened to an audiobook.
is he your youngest son or your older?
My youngest.
Okay.
My oldest has never slept a full night. No, he slept all night long until he hit like 12. And that's when he stopped sleeping.
Mm. And what's his name?
Andrew.
That's right. So you have Andrew and
Anthony.
That's
Anthony.
why I get confused. They both start
Come
with an
on,
A.
Connie, get with the program.
Bill asked me if I did that on purpose, and I really didn't because
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
both of those names. And
Right.
but because my name starts with an A.
You
He
have
said,
me so
your
confused.
family and everybody's name starting with an R. And I said, my name doesn't start with an R.
Yeah, you had me so confused. Now, which son was sitting next to you that one day with the
That was
blonde?
Andrew.
Anthony.
See, John, you haven't. Is that your youngest son or your old?
Andrew is the oldest. He was the one that was on the live with me.
Okay.
Anthony is the youngest. The
And what
handsome
color?
one with the red beard.
And what color hair is his?
White.
He has white hair, and
Yeah.
the other one has blonde.
Well, they both had white hair. Andrew is doing the same thing his dad did because his dad's hair was white when he was younger. But
Mhm.
the older he gets, the more of a golden hue he gets to his blonde, and Andrew's hair is doing the same thing.
Mhm. Well, I was born with black, and then it went white, and then it went strawberry
My
blonde,
sister
and
was born with golden blonde hair with 2 black streaks running from the top of her head straight to the ends. And it grew, and she looked like a skunk.
then
It was like that until she was, I think they said she was about a year old, and all of her hair fell out. And when it came back as a light brown.
yeah.
And my mom was concerned because she'd never heard of a baby losing their hair that late.
Oh yeah, they can.
Usually they lose their hair really early.
They can though.
But
I've
just
heard of
wanting
it.
to coolest thing about this dog is I had all of her papers and all of her medical records, which I thought was really nice. You know, when you could adopt a dog when you got all of their medical records.
Right.
Guess when she was born?
On your birthday.
On my oldest son's birthday.
Oh, cool.
In 2020. And I was like, that's like, no way. He said, what? I said, that's my son's birthday.
That's cool.
I thought that was really cool. Cash, if you get up under this chair any further, I'm going to run over your tail when I move. Just saying. You've been warned.
Hey, Larry.
He has been super clingy for the last 2 weeks. And Bill kept looking. He said, do you feel all right? I said, I don't feel great. I said, but I don't feel bad. Hey, Larry.
Right.
Because the last time we had a dog that did this, I ended up in the hospital.
Oh.
The animals know something, right?
Huh?
Animals.
He said animals know stuff.
I guess. It's just, he's, now, Pete would wake me up. I would have apnea episodes. And he would get up on my chest and like pat his feet one over, you know, back and forth and lick my forehead until he woke me up.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there, I'd be going like, get out of my face. And Bill's like, no, because Bill told me even when we first got married, he said he'd wake up in the middle of the night and have to reach over and shake me to get me to start breathing. He said I would stop breathing. And I'm like, nobody's ever told me. He said, well, how many people have you spent the night with? And I'm like, good point.
Hey, Larry.
When I was born, and I still do this, what I do, okay. Every time when I was a brand new baby, every so often I would stop breathing, but I didn't stop breathing. I was holding my breath. And my aunt would get all upset, and right as she got ready to grab me or whatever, then I would let out the breath. Yeah, she never got a chance to because I would let the breath back out. And
I would just beat you.
Thanks, John.
Stop it.
But you know what else I did that was really weird that my mother could never figure out how I did it? She would lay me under the blanket, you know, under the little thin receiving blanket, right? I would be sound asleep. She'd walk away. She'd come back like 15 minutes later. Nobody would have gone near me, and I would be on top of the blanket in the exact same position.
It was a ghost.
Don't know, but she said it happened for almost a year. She could not figure out if I stood there and tried to watch, you wouldn't do it. But my husband says that when I like readjust or I get up, you know, or anything, when I come back, I lay back down in the exact same spot, exact same way.
Oh, yeah, because you've already found the comfortablest position and you want it back.
I want it back.
I totally understand that.
And it must be, and I get really warm when I sleep. And so I guess I was getting out from under the blanket. I don't know how I didn't ruffle the blanket. I was a brand new infant, but whatever. But my aunt would sit and watch because she lived with us, and she'd sit and watch to see me do it, and I would never do it in front of anybody. I don't know.
My best motherhood memory. It doesn't sound like the best because it freaked me out. I nearly had a heart attack. I woke up one morning and I couldn't move. I couldn't like lift up off the bed, and I was just like, why will my arms not, you just push up in bed and you get out of bed. I was freaking out and I was like, Bill, something's wrong. And here he's on his side of the bed laughing his butt off. And I'm like, what is so funny? He said, Andrew's climbed up your nightgown. His arms are out the sleeves in his neck. I was like, no wonder I can't.
Wow.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
That's
now me and
hilarious.
Bill, we figured out over the years, we sleep under a top sheet and a blanket. I sleep under a top sheet and a blanket. He sleeps under a top sheet, a blanket, a comforter, and another blanket on his side of the bed because he says I'm freezing to death otherwise. Hey, Thrifty.
I
Hear
sleep
your name, I just can't remember what it is.
during the summer. I have a sheet on me, and during the winter, I have a blanket up to my waist and then the sheet. I don't like to sleep without at least a sheet on me at any time of the year. It doesn't matter. I always like to have a sheet. And my husband used to think it was funny because I'd be laying there and he would grab the sheet and start tugging on it to see how long it would take me to grab it and pull it back when I was asleep. He thought that was just hilarious to do.
Bill said I used to be a burrito sleeper.
Yeah, my grandson's that way.
I'm
He's
that
still-
way.
So that's why he learned to sleep with extra blankets on his side of the bed.
Yeah. So this is getting bigger. So see, it's got like that far now.
That's the fringe?
It's not a fringe.
It's not a fringe.
Mm-mm.
So it's not like a cowl or a scarf.
Nope.
Is it a pillow?
Nope. Remember, were you in here when I was telling them? It's fiction.
I said the Hydra.
No.
Jack and the Beanstalk?
No. Nope.
No, I guess that would be. Well, I know it's fiction though.
It will be something you can wear, but it's a fictional thing.
Is it a dragon?
No.
That's right, because dragons are real.
Yes, they are. That's why they're called Komodo dragons.
It's not a Pokemon.
Thank you, Rachel. Rachel says she hopes everyone had a marvelous Monday and not a manic Monday. Mine was kind of in between, but not bad.
Oh, and I got a Bangle song stuck on my head.
I love that song. Manic Monday.
That is a good song.
I wish it was Sunday. Oh, whoa. That day. It's just another manic Monday.
Wish it was Sunday. Except for, I have never had a job. Well, this job, I don't work the weekends. This is the very first job in my life I ever had where I didn't have to work weekends.
What do you do?
In home care.
Oh, okay.
I used to do it for other people.
Uh-huh.
Until, he was 16 when we pulled him out of school. And it had gotten so bad that I couldn't keep a job because the school was constantly calling me to come and get him. And I got tired of dealing with him. And I was like, you know what? He's not coming back. They said, you have to. I said, he's 16. He can legally quit school. And I said, I'll teach him the things. I said, because they would take him and let him sleep all day, which meant when he come home, he would sleep. He would be up all night and then sleep all day at school. And they're like, we can't figure. I said, you all started letting him sleep during the school day. He's there to learn. If I wanted him to take naps, I would keep him home.
So does the state, do you get paid?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know.
He had to he had to turn 18 before I was his caregiver. So between the ages of 16 and 18, my sister was his in-home caregiver.
Okay.
Because he doesn't accept strangers being in his space.
Right.
Now in the house, it's fine, but not in his room, not in his bathroom. You know, he doesn't deal well with strangers.
Uh-huh.
But I wasn't going to do it, and then the director of the program, she said somebody's going to get paid to do this. She said you have to keep leaving, because I was working in the office then. She said you have to keep leaving to pick him up, become his caregiver, which was a huge cut in pay, but the convenience of it, no gas. I have to go in for retraining once a year. And to drop my paperwork off. But where my office is when I'm taking Bill to work, I can drop my paperwork off to get paid. Right. And it just pull right back out and take Bill to work. So still no gas, because I'm already using that gas to take him to work.
Right. So that was kind of the reason I asked, was because when my oldest daughter was when she got pregnant with her son, her and her husband shortly thereafter was separated, and then she filed for divorce 2 days after she had him, and she filled out all the paperwork, and by the time when he was 6 weeks old, she had to go back to work, and so the state paid me to babysit my grandson.
Okay, that's a little bit different.
Well, yeah, it is, but it's on the same kind of, you're staying home to take care of somebody.
But I am answerable to the state. I have to keep, we have, right. I can't be his guardian.
Right.
Bill is his guardian on all the paperwork. Bill is his guardian, because if I was his guardian, I couldn't be his caregiver.
Right.
And they're like, do you have a problem? I was like, we're both there. Neither one of us is going anywhere, so it doesn't really make a difference to us. If that's what it needs to be on paperwork, we're cool with that.
Right.
It's not like,
at least
it make a bit of difference to us.
At least he's getting taken care of.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, when I was working in office, I explained to them when I took the job that there would be times that I would constantly have to leave and pick him up. But because Bill worked nights and I worked days, I could go, and my work was only 15 minutes from where I live. Mm-hmm. I could go and get him, bring him back to Bill, and be back to work within 30 minutes, or 45 minutes, which was most of my lunch. So I just didn't take my lunch that day. Or, take off that time. I was like, just count this towards my lunch. And they said it was fine. But then when it started happening, they weren't fine with it.
Of course.
But I told you that this could happen. I said, I'm not going to lie and say, hey, I'm going to be here, 100%. But I was also the only one that would make it in when it snowed, because nobody else could drive.
Of course.
The roads are too bad. And I get there and I'm like, why is there no one in the office? What do you mean? And they're like, oh, they can't get there. I said, I live further away than anybody else. If I can get here, everybody else can get here. I don't get that. Well, they're afraid to drive.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you guys what my husband got me for my birthday, or for Christmas?
What did he get you?
He got me a lift chair.
Cool. Oh, I love mine.
With support for God.
I should probably say Anthony loves mine, Connie.
Yeah.
Because he uses it more than I do.
It has connections for my phone. It has a cup holder. Yeah. It's coming tomorrow.
They are very cool. But just remember, if you're having a storm, don't lay it back.
I don't lay mine back very often, but I do lift up my legs. So
well, you can get out of the chair with the footrest up if the power goes out, but you can't if you're laying down flat. It's very hard to get out of those chairs.
You know what I had to do once? My grandson, my oldest grandson, I was laying back. He tipped me, and I had to crawl out the backside because I couldn't get back up.
Anthony, the power went out one day, and he had it all because mine goes out almost like a bed flat.
This one does too.
Good. And he was laying there, and the power went out, and he can be sound asleep, and the power go out, and the instant the power goes out, his eyes are open.
My husband's that way. Everything goes quiet.
And he's just like looking at me. And then he was just like pushing. I was like, the power's out. You can't use the buttons. It won't work. And he laid there for a minute and he looked at me. He rolled to the side and flipped the chair
Mm-hmm.
and got out of the chair, then set the chair upright and then went to the bathroom. I'm like, couldn't you just climbed over the side? You didn't have to flip it over.
Well, like where I'm sitting, I have a table on this side of me, and I have a table on this side of me, so I couldn't flip this chair. So, but yeah, I don't normally lay it back unless, like if there's times where I've had to sleep in it because the dog wouldn't settle down in the bed, and so I can bring him out here. That way it doesn't disturb my husband while he's sleeping. So
What's that? What happens when you do that to Daddy Cash? Bill just gets up, points out the bedroom, and he'll shut the door so he can't get back in. He's like, no, if you can't settle down, then you don't need to sleep in here tonight.
that won't happen. That would never happen with him. Never in a million years. He's never been told to leave.
I told Bill I thought when Bill is home, he sleeps in our bed now.
Mm-hmm.
But if Bill is not home, he sleeps wherever. If Anthony's in the couch, he lays in front of the couch. If he's in the chair, he's laying beside of the chair.
That's because he's listening to him.
And well, yeah, he's on guard. You know, that's his kid. I'm telling you, him and Lorelai. They asked me if I thought he would ever get aggressive. I said he would only get aggressive over my youngest son and my granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
I said because I think he feels like everybody else can take care of themselves. He'll get guarded, but he'll get aggressive over the both of them.
See, I'm our dog's person, so he wants to be right next to me. I mean, at night here, he can't get on my lap right now. You guys have seen him on my lap, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where he climbed over, even though I didn't want him over here. But if I don't have a computer on my lap, he's on my lap, which makes it hard to crochet because I'm up like this. Crochet.
And Anthony gets really annoyed with our cat Storm because Storm is a lovey cat, and you're going to love on him whether you want to love on him or not. You're going to love on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he will go in there and he'll just like what we call softball because it's without claws. He'll just pat Anthony's thigh, trying to get his attention. And Anthony will look down and just like kind of brush him off his leg.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, Anthony like looks down and here he's got this cat stretched all the way across his lap. And I was like, what you gonna do now? And he'll just shrug his shoulders and start petting the cat, watching his It's just like, what can I do? Our cat, Spike, when Spike died, Anthony used to, I felt sorry for the cat. I really did. He would like pick him up like a suitcase and carry him around, or he would pick him up by all 4 feet and sling him over his head and put him around his neck like a neck warmer.
Oh, geez.
As soon as he come home from school, and I was like, don't do the cat like that. And I get the cat down, and he would run right back to Anthony for Anthony to do it again. And after a while, I said he must like it, or he wouldn't keep going back and letting him do it.
Right. I will be right back. Sorry.
To bond with any animal since that cat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run for just a minute. I gotta go dehydrate, so I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, we'll be here. Oh, we're not talking about painting, Greg. It's what she's crocheting. John, what are you working on tonight?
Neck warmer.
Hi, Jeanette.
Face warmer. Towel. Hey, Jeanette, how's it going?
Well, I think my herbal tea helped my tummy. I've been sick to my stomach all day. Poor husband got slapped. Because he said,
Uh-oh.
"Oh, are you pregnant?" And I just whacked him upside the head. I said, "Don't even tempt fate." He said, "You can't do that." And I said, "With my luck, the daggone thing's growing back, and I can." So my sister, butthead that she is, called me today and said that she decided she'd rather go out and have Thanksgiving dinner, so she's not coming over. Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
sorry to hear that, Jeanette. She said she got some bad news today.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Greg wants to know if you got a stiff neck, John.
No. Why?
Neck warmer.
Oh. It's for work.
Say hi to everybody in chat.
Oh, hey, Herb. I didn't even see you.
I
How's
heard.
your blanket
Jeanette.
going, Joe?
I didn't make it any farther yet today.
Oh.
I've been gone, and then when I got home, I just haven't felt like it yet. But I'll get there.
She
'Cause
said
I
her neck
haven't been.
went into her shoulders.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Well, that's not good. Use your shoulders to crochet.
This day
All
has
right.
dragged on by quickly all at the same time.
All right, Jeanette. I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna take this because I don't quite know you so good yet. But what color ribbon is for shoulder cancer?
She has bone cancer,
What's that?
leukemia.
Bone.
No, she got shoulder cancer now. There's a color ribbon for every cancer out there. I've never heard of shoulder cancer.
Well, it would just be all for leukemia.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my God, there actually is shoulder cancer. Never mind. Okay. Shoulder cancer can occur in the form of a soft tissue tumor
She
or
said
bone tumor
burgundy.
or a pancoast. What is a pancoast tumor? Soft tissue sarcoma. Rare cancer. Nice. Synovial sarcoma.
And if she says she's not giving up, no, you never give up.
I'm back. Jeanette, you're in my prayers every day.
I have a conundrum. I want another cup of tea, but the kitchen seems so far away.
Call them to make you one.
There's nobody here.
So they're saying it's more bone cancer than in your shoulder.
Yes, I think
Bone
that's what she-
cancer's not good.
Nope. Not. I mean, no
Damn it,
cancer.
Jeanette. No, we're just getting to know that you're gonna get on us. What the hell?
No cancer is good.
Right.
Nope. too long. Nope, too long.
Is Jessica having internet problems? I've noticed she's been going in and out, in and out.
Well, she's cooking right now, so she's
What?
but she's cooking.
You're
She's
breaking
taking a
up.
pumpkin pie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's taking pumpkin pie in the kitchen. I don't know if the internet's worse in there or not.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because she was cooking tonight.
that's right. She said that.
Or baking.
You're welcome, Jeanette. Okay, my shoulder's starting to hurt. This isn't good. Ow.
Shift your hips.
Ugh. Okay,
Jeanette says she's put it in the Lord's hands.
that's the only place you could put it. Oh,
It only gives you as much as you can handle.
You realize this is going to bug me, right, Connie?
yep. I do know that.
What's going to bug you?
This.
Making.
Oh,
Figuring out what she's making.
I'm thinking it's a hat. It's a hat of some sort.
Well, it is something to wear.
All right, who's got a pattern for a Peter warmer? You got one, Annie? You have to have one. I'm sure you do.
I made one up a long time ago. Never had a pattern for it.
No.
It's not socks, Herb. No, it's not. No, no, and no.
Wow, if it is, that's impressive, by the way.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what I can use. That's what I can use that thermal yarn for.
There you go. Make you a thong. Can I ask? You said that it was fictional, but from what era?
Our lifetime.
Oh, that's nice. That don't span very many years.
It spans a lot. It spans a lot of years.
Yes, it does.
Oh, see, the only problem with this heat wave yarn is the sunlight activated. So
So just lay it in your window.
unless talking
Activate it
your
when you're driving.
hand,
Stop to pee and go in and put them on. Where there's a will, there's a way.
sunlight activated, even on cloudy days. Well, how is that sunlight activated then?
Because you still have UV rays coming through the clouds. Lotion on my hands. So,
Okay, tell me this looks black. Does it look black to you? It's called summer. It's called summer.
That looks pretty black. Wait.
Yeah, it looks black. It's called summer night though.
Bring
I
it
think
in
summer.
bit. Do you
I think
have a
summer
better
night would be
light?
more.
Do
I
you
think
have a
summer night
better
would be
light?
more.
That doesn't look pure black.
looks more of a charcoal.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, charcoal-ish.
But still,
Yeah,
to call it
for-
summer light.
Summer Night.
Oh, Summer Night.
Let me get a black.
Right at dusk, yeah, you could have like a charcoal gray sky on a cloudy
Yeah.
night. Speaking of, it's raining.
Oh, did I mention it was cold here, by the way?
Yes. Yes, she did.
It was 32 degrees when I got up when I went to bed at 5:30. I got back up at 8, but when I went 32 degrees. Still 32 degrees at 8 o'clock. It's 60 degrees now.
This is Red Heart Black. And this is Summer Night.
Look pretty much the same.
Yeah. Summer loving had me a blast.
Summer loving happened so fast. That's good. This is Poof Jeanette. Met a boy, cute as can be. Feel like I should be doing something.
Like what?
I don't know. But I'm pretty daggone tired and I really don't feel like doing anything.
Nancy made yarn bowls out of yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you say it like you knew this already.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Uh-huh.
I make yarn bowls out of yarn.
See her fancy little little Treasure by Nancy tags on them.
Mm-hmm. I'm in the process of getting some of those made for my stuff.
I am not going to say I hate musicals, Greg.
I
I
love
like musicals.
I love musicals, and I love Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not a musical, it's a rock opera.
No, it's a musical.
It's a rock opera.
Okay, let's say it's both.
No, not and say it's the opera.
Well,
No.
operas are musicals.
It's a musical because I watched a documentary about it, and it is a musical.
Tommy was good as well. Yes, Beth. It was a rock opera. There was a time when I knew every word to every song to Oklahoma. And no, I'm not quite that old. I just fell in love with that when I was a kid because I loved the music.
So originally produced for the London stage in 1973, the Rocky Horror Picture Show was Richard O'Brien's musical tribute to B movies, sci-fi, 50s rock, and hammer horror, as filtered through transgressive and camp attitudes of rock opera and punk.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a musical based on rock opera.
Okay. Every
We're
Friday,
both right, Connie. Don't argue with
Right.
yourself.
every Friday and Saturday night while it was in the theaters, I would go and I would be dressed up, and I would get up on the stage in front of the screen and would play out the whole dang movie.
We used to dress up and go see it.
Well, a lot of people did that, but I was in a group that we would get up on the stage in front of the screen.
No, not me, because I do not like people looking at me.
I didn't mind it back then.
I took a speech class. Connie, and I had speech therapy, and I was equating speech class with speech therapy. No, you freaking had to give speeches.
Yeah.
I wish they would make more. I wish they would make more movies like Tommy and Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts and
Pinball Wizard.
Hair. Yeah, that was Tommy.
I know that my song.
I know. I'm just saying though. I wish they would make more movies like that. And honestly, Lion King as a musical is not the same.
No. I do not like these live action movies they're making about the cartoons. It just, or maybe it's just because I grew up with the cartoons or the animation.
Well, I just hate how they changed the main characters to.
And they shouldn't have to do that. It's like what they did with Battlestar Galactica. Ruined that show.
Really?
They kept the names of the characters, but they were all women. And sorry, I didn't enjoy it. Watched it a couple times. I was like, nah. Sequest. Who remembers Sequest?
I love that show.
Okay, Jeff, just say, was it good, yes or no?
Yeah, but Zach, he was on speech team where they traveled about 150 miles to go compete. Got more guts than I do because I never would have done that. I wouldn't even stand in front of a class and give a speech. I'd rather take the F.
Oh, I love to be in front of people.
No, not me. I'd like, nope.
Well, I worked for Lifeway, or not Lifeway. I did work for Lifeway. I worked for Weight Watchers for 5 years, and I was a speaker. So I got up and I spoke to people about how to lose weight, how to change your life, and all that good.
Okay,
jazz.
so apparently they made a live action Lady and the Tramp with actual dogs.
No. How would they do that live action?
A live action of what?
And Lady and the Tramp. They're remaking Japan with a black Tinkerbell.
No.
Like, honestly, I just don't understand why they change.
Well, you know, the second Rocky Horror Picture Show that they did, I never watched it. I refused to
I never
watch
saw the first.
it.
Wait, there was
Rocky was, yeah, and Rocky. In fact, there's been 2 new ones, and one of them, Rocky was a woman, I think, and one he was black. I've never watched it because I prefer the original, and I'm not going to watch a new one.
Yeah, I've never seen the original.
You've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No. No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh.
It's really not my type of thing.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, yeah. They redid it in 2016. I didn't even know that.
Yep, and they did it again too. So it's been redone twice, I think. One with Rocky was a woman, and one Rocky was black. But I could be wrong on that. I know they did the one, but I think they did a second remake.
Okay, he was a black woman. There you go. Oh, so technically it's 40 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2016, 40 years later. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, actually, there was one done in 1980 called talk therapy.
Yep.
Never heard of that one either.
Yeah.
You've never seen it, just Wicked. I actually preferred the books. Came out. I don't think I'm gonna watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I actually liked the book series. It was actually pretty good. Wow, it came out in 95, really?
I was a year old.
Sorry, Jess.
So the Wicked Years series, followed by Son of a Witch, Lion Among Men, and Out of Oz. I have to see which ones I got. I think pretty sure I have them all. How's your cooking coming along? Wait,
Not too shabby.
Jeff says I'm starting another project on here today. A live show for a change. Had 30 watching. Wow, wait.
Good job, Jeff.
Thank you. 4 and
Awesome.
7 subs. Whoop whoop. All right. Just means 93 more, and you can do monetization. Four boxes picked up bats.
Awesome.
John poofed.
What?
John poofed.
Oh. He might still be here,
Possibly.
but maybe not.
Like
Nope.
she goes.
He poofed.
He pooped.
He'd had enough.
So I will tell you one thing about this thing I'm making is it's going to be really, really cute.
Really, really cute.
Yes.
Are you
It's
going to
going
make an axolotl?
What?
An axolotl.
No.
Betta fish.
Huh?
A betta fish.
No. No, it's going to be. I'm just not going to say no more.
It's going to be something that you're not telling us what it is, and it's not nice.
How long is it going to be?
How long is what going to be?
When
As
when you
long as
go?
they need.
About 7 or 8 inches.
Hmm. Welcome back, John.
I was having a problem with my mouse. I double clicked something up top and it would took me right out. Thank you. Okay, what's Jeff going on about? Guys, if you would like me to post lives, let me know. Love making people happy. Do what it make. Lots of thanks.
So I got a question for you guys.
Okay, dokie.
Yes, sir.
42.
What do you think?
Love it.
What do you think about me going live and doing an auction on some of my Christmas cards and some of my crochet stuff that I have, like the Christmas hat and the scarf and stuff like that.
I wouldn't see why not.
When do you want to do it?
I'm thinking I'm
Why
gonna have.
does it matter?
I probably need to get it done by a week and a half, probably. Like not this weekend, but the weekend, unless I do it on Sunday, or probably the week after, so I can advertise it.
Well, the sooner the better, because if anybody's buying Christmas cards, they're going to want to be able to have them in hand to be able to send them out before Christmas.
Right, and this item will be one of them. So
What
this
is it?
item, it's this item.
I tried.
You tried, it didn't work.
That was cute.
Plus, I could even do a few of my paintings as well, like the Christmas ones or whatever of their choice, maybe one of their choice.
Right. Not a bad idea, considering, Christmas and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a good mod.
What? What did he just say?
I don't know who he was
I know a
guilty.
good.
Thought he said he knew a good mod for that. I don't know.
Who would that be, John?
Beth.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know how to count to 11. I have to keep counting to 11 over and over again.
Yes, sometimes we
Better.
should all do like a group auction.
Yeah.
Fun
we
for
could.
that. Is that still a thing? Is Groupon still a thing?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
A group
Right.
auction.
But I finished that scarf, the Christmas scarf. So it's going to go with that cat hat. It's going to be a set, you know. And then I've got that cowl that I did. And I got this mystery item that I'm doing. And I could make it more geared toward female or male.
No, Jeff, we already had Thanksgiving. I don't know what you're talking about. We had Thanksgiving back in October.
Beth said, did she just get an endorsement?
Yes, you did. And I would love to have your help. Especially with those cards. I definitely want to sell some of those. I know some people will just give them to people and not ship them, ship them. But if you're shipping them, you need them quick. And I can get them, most stuff to most anyone here in the United States in 3 days or less. So, thank you, Beth. I will send you a message on Facebook. Oh, I did my painting for tomorrow night. Guess how many colors of paint I used?
2.
4.
3.
Still close.
Yes, I bet you can pick 2 of the colors that I used.
Black and white.
White.
Yes. Black and white and one other color.
Red.
Huh?
Black, white, and red.
No.
Orange.
Yes.
Fall
It's
colors.
a winter. It's
Red's
a winter
close.
painting. It's a winter painting. It's like the last ode to fall. Yeah, it's orange. And that, again, I won't show you. Because nobody likes to see it beforehand, so.
Oh, what fun is that?
True. This is almost half done now. Yes, it's going fast. It'd be going faster if I wasn't doing single crochet.
Yeah.
But
Single crochet does kind of plod.
yes, but what I'm making has to be single crochet.
Maybe amigurumi.
Nope. Not an amigurumi. You are right, though, that amigurumi only is pretty much single crochet, but it's not. It's a mystery. I saw this and this afternoon and absolutely fell in love with it and couldn't wait to get started. So I hurried up and finished the scarf so that I could start this.
I've done that.
Yeah. Oh, my shoulder's still hurting. I am going to have to sit this down and take a rest on my shoulder because it is hurting.
Yep.
Toddler hats depends on the toddler because a lot of toddlers have heads almost the size of an adult. So I would probably say anywhere from 11 to 13 inches around. But you don't want to go around their forehead. You want to go from the back of the nape of their neck to up to here. So it's probably going to be bigger than that. I'm not sure.
The
Could
nap
be
of
like,
their neck.
well, you want to measure. Let me show you. Because toddlers, even babies' heads grow fast. They get big. They're almost the size of an adult head by the time they're 3 or 4.
Yeah, because Michaela's head's just like an inch smaller than mine.
Right.
She's still-
Trying to find my stupid tape measure.
If you have it handy,
What?
right
Ouch.
on you.
I have 2 in this stupid bag. Where are they? Maybe I put it in here. Yep, there it is. That means I have 3 of them. A yellow one, a white one, and a pink one. So okay, so for a baby or for anybody for a hat, you want to go from the back of your where the hat goes, and then you want to go all the way up to here. So you measure that, and that's how you're going to get the round. And then from the length, so that was like 22 inches. A toddler's head's going to be between 19 and 22, and then you'd go from here wherever you want the hat to be to the crown of the head, and that's like 9 or 10 inches. And if you're going to put a fold it, you have to add 2 extra inches if you want a cuff.
How big did you say for a toddler's head, Connie?
That's going to be probably between 19 and 21 inches.
I mean, my head circumference is only 20 inches.
Well, you have a small head.
I'm just.
I know, but you have a smaller. You're on the smaller side, because I know that a lot of kids. I babysat kids when for years and years and years, and I always made them hats, crocheted them hats, and most of the time, by the time they're 3 or 4 years old, their heads are almost full grown. That's why a lot of kids look like they're top heavy, because they are.
And some kids are top heavy.
Yeah. I'm not saying all kids have that size of a head. Like my daughter, she has a small head, but her one child, her daughter has a small head, but her sons have big heads.
Hi, little.
Yeah. I mean, there's people do. I mean, that's why I was actually able to birth her sort of normal. The other three I could not because they had large heads. Okay, now I seriously have to take a break. My shoulder is killing me.
You've already said that like twice, 3
I know.
times.
Look at how much bigger.
Yeah.
Look how big it is. So it's getting there.
Yeah,
So
because Lorelai's hat that I have sitting right here that I just finished for
Uh-huh.
is 15 inches and it fits her perfectly. And she's
How much is it?
well, almost 5. 19 inches.
Yeah. That's about right. Between 18, 19, and 20, 21. Sometimes 22, depending on if it's a boy like my son had a large head.
My nephew had a big old noggin.
Yes, but it's her head probably will not grow too much more because their heads usually grow and get to the size that they're going to be. They change, but they don't grow a lot bigger. Oh. Do you guys have any ideas? I need some ideas for neighbor gifts. Christmas neighbor gifts. Ouch.
Stay away.
What?
What?
Neighbor gifts. I always give a Christmas gift to all my neighbors that live close to me.
Something you make food wise or what?
I've done both. The last couple of years has been food wise. 1 year it was Christmas ornament, and 1 year it was gnomes.
Hmm.
I'm going to do wash rags and hand towels.
Yeah, I'd have to go.
Yeah.
I'd have to go buy a bunch of yarn, but that's not a big deal because it's cheap.
Who does-
It's just
And who
cotton yarn.
doesn't like yarn shopping?
True.
Me.
About like a dish towel and a hot pad to, a pot holder that match.
That's a good idea. Be like two spools of like the sugars and cream. Hi,
Yep.
it's Creative Pro. We are chatting and crocheting. I understand, Beth. I am always on the hunt to find something I don't have to download. Sometimes I'll
Yes.
download it onto my phone and then just scroll through it, or I'll cut and paste it and put it in Google Doc and then just have it on my computer so I can look at it. So it's bigger print.
Google Doc. I was thinking Google Doc. Yeah, I suppose that'd be the easiest way to transfer.
Because it would be,
Right.
because if you're not going to print it out, you can at least look at it at bigger font on your computer.
Hello, it's Creative Pro. What are you up to? What you doing? Obviously, you're creative and a professional.
Hi, Crust. Getting ready to get filled.
You know what,
Great.
Jeanette? That is one thing I was kind of thinking about because I do a lot of canning. And I am canning this week some 15 bean soup. And I can can dry mix too, so that it's sealed.
What I did one year for the grandkids, did for all their grandparents, was make in a mason jar, make all the dry ingredients for cookies.
Yes, that's a good one too.
Hot chocolate mix.
Yes, hot chocolate's another one.
I like making
You
homemade
make
vanilla and gifting that.
hot chocolate bombs. You hot chocolate bombs.
Yeah,
Silicone mold. And put
you can.
chocolate in.
I do know that you can put chocolate powder, just the hot chocolate powder, and then take spoons and dip it in chocolate, and then put them in a little bundle and plastic, and then they dip that into their hot chocolate, and the chocolate melts.
It is good.
Yeah, that's another one.
I like gifting the homemade vanilla extract
That's what my
because they
sister did
can.
last year, and it is so good.
Yeah,
First time I've
it
ever
is so
had
good.
homemade vanilla.
Oh, it's so yum.
Right.
And the thing is all you have to do is just add more vodka and let it sit. You can keep it going.
Hi, Tracy. The other thing that
Hey, Trace.
is a good one I was thinking about is making cranberry juice. Buy the cranberries from the store because they're gone on sale now. And you just boil them up, and then you strain them, and you put the juice and you put sugar in it when you
Cook
are
them down.
cooking them, and then you just strain it and put it in the jars and put it in my wet bath canner. It takes 20 minutes and it's done. That's another idea.
I never. I mean, I make homemade cranberry sauce. I never thought about making homemade cranberry juice, and which is stupid because we all love cranberry juice.
Right. And it's nice because I love
No, we
using
don't.
I love my pressure cooker canner, but I also have a wet bath canner,
Everybody here loves cranberry juice.
except for maybe John.
No,
I don't.
In my
don't.
house.
Oh, and you.
Nope,
Cider.
I'll make it, but I ain't drinking it
Okay, Annie,
or
it's just
eating it.
you. Oh, cider's another good idea too.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg likes ocean spray, but I can't make ocean spray. I wouldn't
Well,
even.
yeah, if you went to the beach, grabbed a little bit of the ocean.
Well, I live quite a few miles away from the ocean. Now,
I've never seen an ocean, so it
Just a
doesn't matter.
few.
my daughter was just at the Atlantic Ocean a few days ago, but yeah, she's home now. Hi, Lydia.
Hi, Lydia.
Hey, Lydia.
Hi, Lydia, Tracy, everyone I missed.
I'm also going to be canning butter and milk.
What? Canning butter.
Yep, you can. You can can butter, you can can milk.
Hey, Tracy.
Yep. Apple butter is amazing. So is honey butter. I absolutely love honey butter.
Tell you what, because of the drought here this year, I could not afford apples to make apple butter this year.
Oh,
I wish I had an apple tree.
I do not make a lot of apple butter, but I love honey butter. But you can't buy it here. You cannot buy it here in the store. On Christmas Eve, I always make what we call scones, which is like flatbread or Navajo taco. It's just flatbread, and I make that, and then we put the honey butter on it. Oh, so good! But I have to make my own honey butter now because you can't buy it here.
You can't buy honey butter here. I make it for Bill because he loves it.
Yeah.
I just make it I'll make it like a couple of times a year because he doesn't eat breakfast every morning or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You can never tell how fast he's going to eat it up.
Right. That's
Yeah,
too bad,
there's a lot
Beth.
of them like that here this year, Beth, just because it was so dry.
I like the honey with the honeycomb.
That's Bill's favorite kind of honey. This man that lives across the highway from us, well, he lives across the highway and out to holler a little bit. Here's your West Virginia. He's out to holler a little bit. He has African killer bees. And
Ouch.
he sells the honey from it, and oh my god, the honey is so good.
Jeanette, they don't have honey butter at Walmart here. In fact, I even asked the dairy guy, and he goes, "We don't carry that. What is that?" Yeah.
I don't think my Walmart has it. Not in
I,
hers.
yeah, I haven't looked, but I don't think so.
In Utah, it's a huge thing. Everyone has it, and they have tons of it. But not so I just make it. No big deal. I make my own butter anyway, so I just make the butter and mix the honey into it.
Yeah, Bill asked. He said, "How many pies do you plan on making?" And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "You got an awful lot of cream." And I was like, "I'm gonna make homemade butter." And he goes, "I'll just shut my mouth now." And I said, "You do that."
Yep, I bought a great big giant bottle of it because I have to make 2 raspberry icebox pies and then I have to make butter. So I need a great big one.
Honeycomb be my Thanks, Greg. I'll go to sleep with that in my head tonight. Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna be
so,
honest and tell y'all I feel like crap, and I think I'm gonna get off here.
but I want to say one thing before you leave.
Okay.
This thing I'm making can be made in many, many colors, but this one has to be green. And if I make it another color, it's a different fiction.
A dinosaur.
No, it's not a dinosaur.
Dinosaurs
Frog.
aren't fictional. They existed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Frog with antlers. Who knows? Have a good night, Miss Annie.
Well, I mean, tortoises are still around.
Yeah, it's not a tortoise. It's fiction.
Fiction.
It's fiction.
No,
Not-
I already guessed dragon, and she said no, Beth.
No, hopefully you'll all find out tomorrow or the next day. I'll have it finished.
Well, I'm gonna be out of here. I think, yeah, my stomach's been upset all day.
Okay, good night.
Feel better
Andy.
soon, Miss Annie.
Yes.
Have a good night.
I'll talk to y'all later on. Bye.
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 Lydia, I'm glad everything came out okay.
Absolutely.
Oh. My best friend from high school, she absolutely loved her jugs, her girls, her sisters,
Mhm.
whatever the heck you want to call them. And
Yes.
she had one daughter, and then 5 years later, she had a set of twin boys. And a year later, 2 years later, she found out she had double cancer, breast cancer in both breasts.
Oh, how sad.
And they said, well, we can try doing a double mastectomy to try and save your life. And she said, nope, I love these. And if they kill me, they killed me. And they did.
Oh, wow.
Her twins were 5 when she died.
I would have said take the some bitches off.
Exactly. She
You
chose.
know,
She
you're a
said, I
mom
don't.
first. You know, they're just boobs, you know?
Yeah, she said, I'm not going to die without them. And so, yeah, that was I
But
that was
you know,
more
to
selfish.
me,
That was
yeah,
very
I was gonna say
selfish.
that was very selfish. She left those kids without a mom
Yep, her
just
daughter.
because. Mm-mm.
Yeah, her daughter was like 10 or 11, and her twins were 5 and she was sick from the time the twins were like 2 years old on, and the kids they haven't seen each other because the father. Well, they might now. They're adults, but for many years because one dad took the older one and the other dad took the twins.
Yeah.
And then I found it really weird. Okay, so she only had one brother, no sisters, and she died. And within 12 months, both her parents and her brother all died
I'm seeing that happen.
from different
Like
things.
conspiracy,
Huh?
government conspiracy, government conspiracy.
Something. It was just weird. Like her dad died of old age. Her mom died of a heart attack. Her brother died of, I don't even remember what it was. He never got married, never had no children. So it was just those 3 kids. And the one, her first husband was Native American, and he took their daughter and moved to the Indian reservation um, in one of the ones that's in Southern California. And the twins, he ended up moving back somewhere else, another state, with his family. But she was, yeah, she's very selfish.
Yeah, sounds like it. You know, I mean, that's what's more important, being mom to your kids or having boobs.
Exactly. I didn't get to talk to her. I didn't know she was sick because I was in Utah raising my kids, and she was in California, and she didn't tell anybody. In fact, me, her, and our other friend were all best friends, and neither one of us knew that she was sick until she had died.
Mm,
I know it was too bad they split the kids up.
yeah, I think it's ridiculous. Myself.
I'm sure they would have maybe seen each other if the father of the twins had have stayed in California,
Hmm.
but he didn't. His family didn't live there, and he needed help. That's awesome, Greg. Well, my shoulder's starting to feel better, but if I pick that back up, it'll start hurting again.
Yeah, you should probably just call it quits for the night for crochet.
I am,
I like it.
because I finished the scarf today, and then I did half of this other project. If I can show you the scarf, it's finished. See?
That's nice.
Yeah, I gotta just weave in the ends is all I have left to do. I still have part of the skein, and I thought, oh, I could put a pom-pom on the hat. No, I can't. It's a cat hat. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Put a tail on it then.
A tail? I don't think I've ever seen
Hats have
any of those.
tails.
Well, yeah, but I've never seen one of those hats have a tail.
So be
But
original.
well, that's true. But
Start a
I
trend.
also I do have this red, and I could make something with it. I have some green too. That's almost this exact green. So we'll see.
Because I'm sure if you made a bunny hat, you put a pom pom tail on it.
If I was doing it for a child, maybe.
Yeah, because adults don't wear stuff like that.
I wouldn't want no tail on the back of my head.
But you're okay with cat ears, though.
Huh?
But you're okay with cat ears, though.
Well, they're not real cat hairs. Literally, it's just they look like cat hairs because of the way it's made. And they call it a cat hat because it looks like cat ears. Awesome, Beth. See, the last year I made for my neighbors, I made banana nut bread.
See, that would be good without the nuts. Just banana bread.
Well, some of them had nuts, some of them didn't. I had both because I have a husband that can't eat nuts. Actually, I put nuts in half of them and chocolate chips in the other half.
Oh, yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like banana bread.
Yeah. And I could also do zucchini bread. I've got a ton of zucchini
No.
in my freezer.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, Beth, that's amazing.
What's amazing?
She said she shouldn't be walking or talking either, according to the doctors. And before that, she said her last 2 surgeries had a 20% chance of surviving, but she did.
Man, we're glad you're still here.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, doctors don't know everything.
Well,
Well, some.
when I caught on fire, they told my mom I wasn't going to live, and here I am, 58 years later. Actually, almost 59
Yeah.
years later.
And what percentage of burns did you have on your body?
30%.
30%. But you were so young.
I was little. I was
Yeah.
4.5, and I was really small. I mean, when I turned a year old, I was like 21 inches tall, and I weighed 13 pounds. And I was running all over the place, climbing on everything, super active all the time.
21 inches tall?
Yep.
Crap.
When I was born, I was only 18 inches tall.
Damn.
And I weighed 4 pounds, 2 ounces.
That was 20 inches and 8.5 pounds.
Yeah, so
You was born.
I only weighed 13 pounds when I was a year old. I was always tiny till I had my last child.
Wow. Zach used to be real skinny and small. I mean, not. He was tall. He was really skinny, and then, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
He would eat with, because we lived in the basement of his parents.
Mm-hmm.
I'd feed him dinner, and he'd go upstairs to play, and then they'd feed him again.
Well, I told you that my mom used to feed me 10 meals a day just to keep up because I had such a fast metabolism, and I was
Yeah.
I wasn't like hyperactive. I was just
Energetic.
I was extremely energetic, and I always was doing something because I like to do things. If it be coloring, I love to be outside running and climbing and playing sports and everything.
Yeah, I was big into sports. Mine was baseball.
That's awesome, Beth.
And then volleyball and basketball.
I played. Let's see. I
Soccer I
played.
did for a couple years, but that was it.
Yeah, I played softball. I played handball. I played uh, tennis, baseball, football, track. Uh, I was on the gymnastics team. I was a surfer. I was a skateboarder, a water skier. Gosh, what else did I do?
We did
Rack-
roller skating a lot when we were
oh, I
kids.
did. I roller skated as well. Racquetball.
Swimming.
Yes, definitely swimming. That's
Yes.
why. That's how I became such a good swimmer, where I could go and swim in the ocean.
Yeah.
Um, I love sports. Basketball. I was on the basketball team, even though tiny as I was. I was
Yeah,
a
I
good
played
guard.
volleyball, which they liked. People liked when I played volleyball because about 6 foot tall. And for a female, that's tall.
Yeah, I played volleyball too.
So I could spike them really easy. So yeah. And then we play volleyball when I first met Willie with all his family.
Hmm.
I was thinking, yeah, I could play volleyball. And then his brother showed up, and I was like, my God. One of them was like 6'6" and one 6'4". Oh, them on my side, please. But they played it fair. We split those two apart,
Hmm.
one on each side. But most of his family, like especially the females, they're all small. I mean, short.
Yeah.
And then his brothers, they're all, 6 foot.
Is
If
Zach
that,
tall?
probably about 5'8".
Is Zach
Huh?
is Zach tall?
Yes.
Taller than you?
Yes. Yeah, he's probably about 6'3".
My husband has a brother that's 6'5" and a brother that's 6'4", but then everybody else, he only had two brothers. He had four brothers that were over 6 foot. The two that were really tall, and then one that was 6'1" and one was 6'2". Or no, actually they were both 6'1", and everybody else was below. Their dad was only 5'7", and their mom was 5'2".
See, my dad's like 5'7". My mom was 5'6".
And you were 6 foot.
Yeah, and my brother's 6 foot. And my sister is about 5'7".
Somebody in your genes was tall.
My grandfathers,
Mm.
they're both tall. I never knew either one of them, but they said they were tall. But my one grandma, which would be my dad's mom, she was like maybe 5'2". And my other grandma was about 5'9".
My my grandmother, my mother's mother was 5'8", and my mother was measured 5'8", but then she had scoliosis, which crippled her.
Right. Mhm.
But so I have a sister that's 5'5", a sister that's 5'3", and then was almost 5'3". Now I'm like 5'1" or less.
Shrinkage.
I'm shrinking. And then
Yeah, and
I have
my older brother, he died when he was 15, but and he only had one leg, but when he stood up, he seemed like he was tall to me.
mm-hmm,
I mean, I was 12 when he passed away.
mm-hmm,
So, who knows? Because, he died when he was 15.
right.
But yeah, I mean, and my uncle, my dad's brother, he's probably about 6'1", maybe 6'2".
Yeah.
And then mom was a single child.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Wow,
Well,
wow.
two of my brothers were 6 foot, and then one was one was 5'8". and my son's 5'8", and my husband's 5'9.5". He has to count that half.
Of course. What do you
And-
want?
But
No.
I have a daughter that's 5'5", a daughter that's 5'4", and a daughter that's 5'2".
Are you trying to butt in the conversation? Yeah. Why? Why are you trying to get into the conversation? Why? Really? Really? Tell Zach. Do it anyway. Go tell Zach. Why not? Is she being a butthead again?
Yes, sir.
Really? Oh my goodness. You got it rough?
Yes.
Yeah. No, that was a no. You don't have it rough? Why don't you go lay in front of the heater? You don't want to do that either? You want to go play in traffic? You want?
No.
You're just so vocal tonight. Yeah? Do you want to come up here? Well, come on. You can come up. Come on. You can come up. What's your problem tonight? Oh, is that what you wanted? You wanted under the blanket? You are such a spoiled cat. I put her up here and she immediately crawled under the blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Aw.
cold? We've got two heaters on, one in the kitchen and one in the front room. All you gotta do is lay in front of one.
But
I
you're
know
not in
earlier you were laying in front of Zach. He kicks you out again. He kicks you out a lot, doesn't he? Yeah. Are you happy now? At least for a minute. You just needed some love, some attention. Yeah.
At night when he wants to get under the blanket, he sticks his nose under and pops his head up. Get under there.
Yeah.
And then he crawls down and then he plops down up against me and doesn't move.
Well, it's cold here in the house, but it's because it's so windy outside.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a draft that comes from my room, and I have it shut off, and I rolled up a towel to put in front of it, the
Mm-hmm.
door, because there's like a 2-inch gap on the bottom of the door.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know. I mean, they're all like that. Whoever did this house didn't know what the hell they were doing. But, yeah, so we had
What's
that.
Jess nailing?
Huh?
What?
It's Jess nailing.
She's not nailing. I think she's chopping.
I was wishing graham crackers.
Oh. Yeah. Crushing them.
Yeah, it's chilly in here, but, you know, I got both of the heaters going. One's on low and the other set to 68.
We
And
haven't.
it hasn't kicked off yet, so it hasn't hit 68 yet in here.
Yeah, our bedroom doesn't have heat. We have a little heater, but we haven't yet turned it on.
Yeah, it's just I was out earlier because I had to go to the foot doctor and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
and it was super windy. I mean, there was enough where you didn't want to pass the semi because they were just all over the place,
Right.
you know. And there was cars going over on the shoulder because they couldn't keep it on the road, and I was like, oh Lord, I wasn't having as much trouble as them. And what are y'all gonna do when it gets to be wintertime?
Yeah.
You know, so if you can't drive in a little wind, how you gonna do in snow and ice? All right, are you done? Are you done? Okay.
She got warm enough?
I don't know. She just turned around, looked at me. Now she's giving kisses now.
Oh.
She's wanting some food, but she got a can of food today, and she had some dry food this morning, so she doesn't get any more. You ate like a pig, and you know you actually don't even need a full can a day. You're only supposed to have like half a can, but you ate it like a damn pig. Oink oink. You're done for the night. You don't get any more.
I have central heat too, Greg, but they never they redid an addition on my bedroom, and they closed it off and forgot to reopen it, so my bedroom has no heat going into it. It has an intake but no outtake. So, and
Well, yeah.
we have no heat or air conditioning
Greg,
upstairs. They never ran it up there.
Greg, do you mean the regular furnace? Forced air heating?
My phone's about to die.
The one
Plugged
thing I
in
do not
into
miss
this.
about Nova Scotia, oil
I had to,
heat and baseboard heaters. Those are the worst.
yeah, that's what we have is baseboard heaters, and I won't use them because you can't afford them. Your electric bill would be sky high.
Yeah.
Electric?
Ours
We
is
No.
used them. We used them the first year, and I was like, "Holy crap!" But then the next year, I bought the tower heaters,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Okay, you know," I was like, "This is doable." And the bill was over cut in half, well over.
Ours is a furnace that's ran on gas, so
Mm.
it doesn't. It's not that expensive to run. My bill in the middle of the cold weather, it might get to $120, but like in the summertime, it's like $12, and that's just heating hot water.
Wow,
So, yeah,
I'm moving.
yeah, and our water bill, because it is humid here, but it's not always humid, so we have to water at least a few times a year, and we have uh, reverse osmosis, which causes condensation, so it uses water, and our water bill gets up to about 300 by the end of
Right.
the season, but now it's like 120 or less. And
Yeah,
our
ours is included in rent, so.
our electric bill, actually, our water bill actually only gets to about $70. Our electric bill goes up during the summer because it's running the central air.
Well, this last month, our electric was 75.
The utilities here is cheaper than the utilities were in Utah. Sometimes in the summertime, between my electric and my water bill, it would be like $700.
Wow.
But my gas in the summertime would be like 40, which is still more than what it is here. But this house is an old house, but it's really insulated. It's almost 140. It is older than 140 years old. This is one of the original homes that was built in this town.
Yeah, Dad's house is really well insulated. You know, I mean, I told Megan, you know, it's like, you really don't need much heat in here because it's so well insulated,
Mm-hmm.
but it gets hot quicker in in the summer. But
Well, even my basement that is it's unfinished except for 2 rooms is warm in the basement. Normally basements are cold.
Yeah.
And I have one vent open, just a little tiny bit down there, because that's where the dogs have their kennel, and the basement is toasty. But upstairs we have no heat or air conditioning upstairs because they never ran it, because this house didn't have running water, electricity, or gas when they built it. And so when they did run it through the walls, they went almost to the ceiling, but they only had a 2 feet, a foot and a half to go, and would have been upstairs. I don't understand that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and it'd probably cost a hell of a lot to put it up there.
I could do it if I had the tools, because literally it's okay. So in this room, I have, in my whole room, my whole living room, counting my craft room, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 floor outtakes, and then I have one up on the wall, which is a foot and a half from the ceiling, and there's a bedroom right above it that has no heat or air conditioning. So all I have to do is run it up the wall, and then I have the same thing in the dining room. It has two registers on the floor and one up by the ceiling. And then I have another, which is really weird, another outtake in the kitchen that's right below another bedroom. It's literally 2 inches from the ceiling, and it's in the kitchen over the top of the stove. I close that sucker. I don't even let it blow, because I don't want cold air blowing down on me when I'm cooking, or hot air. Because I already have 2 more floor registers in the kitchen.
Right.
And in my laundry room, and my the laundry room / pantry / mud room has 3 outtake registers. I'm like, you don't need 3 in here. Well, what the? Has 1 intake and 3 outtake. I'm like, I don't need air conditioning in here. 1 register would work, but I have 3. So, but the one in my bedroom, it's in the floor. I'm going to be pulling up the carpet in there and refinishing the hardwood, and I'll be able to tap into that and bring it into the room.
Well, that would help some.
Huh?
That would help.
Yeah, it won't be by a window, but at least it'll be in there. Because registers should be by windows. And the reason is because when a hot air blows into a room, it's not trying to heat up the room. It's heating up the cold air that's near the window, which heats up the room. That's why most registers are by windows. Right, John?
Yep, correct.
Yeah, my house was built in 18. Trying to think. 18.
Long time ago.
Yeah, it was like 1878
Okay,
or something like
it's
that.
not a 19, so it's 18.
What?
1878. My house was built in 1972.
Well, mine was born in 1878. It was born before my grandpa, that was born in
Your
1892.
your house is 100 years older than my house.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly. It's had 2 additions put on it. It might have had another. I don't know if they did bay windows back then, but I have a huge bay window in my dining room. That might have been added on. I can't tell, because the flooring looks like there was no added. So I think that it was original. But the back of the house, they added on to the kitchen, and they added on to the pantry and laundry room area. That was added on, and then 8 years ago, they expanded the house. In my bedroom, they put my bedroom's twice as big. They put in a walk-in closet. The bathroom's bigger, and it's now connected to the garage. Before, it was just a little hallway that was connected. It's like you go out the door, and it was stairs, and there was a wall on both sides, and you went into the garage. So there was a casway that didn't go all the way through between the garage and the house.
You know, my house was, I think, the 5th or 6th house built on this block.
Yeah.
I know, but so
Our first,
he was either the first. My neighbor beside me was either the first or second, and the one across from him was either the first or second. It's between those two. Those were the first 2 houses on the block. My neighbor and the one across from him, and they're the original owners of the houses. I'm only the second owner of this house.
we built a house 38 years ago. We built a house. We watched them dig the hole and build the house. And I think we were like the 5th or 6th house on the road.
Unlike the houses nowadays, where it doesn't matter what number house you were on the street, they all look like the same.
Yeah,
they're all the same.
the track homes.
You can touch your neighbors. I hate cookie cutter houses.
Oh yeah, me too.
No yard.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Now my house, when it was originally built, it had a much bigger yard. So in our town, all the houses have a alley in between the houses. So all my neighbors, they can drive through from the front of their house to the alley all the way from the back, because it has a driveway that goes all the way through. But about 40 years ago, the people who owned this house sold the back, pretty much a lot off the back of the house, to some people, and they built a home there, a little tiny home. It's like a little 2-bedroom home. So it's against the alley. So we don't have as big a backyard, but we have a huge side and front yard. Yep, Beth, I live in the country. Well, I live in the plains of Kansas. I guess you could call it country.
The plains.
Yep, I live on the plains.
We're gonna have to end the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going too. It's time for me to get off.
Yeah, 10:30.
All right, everybody, take care. I hope you enjoyed, and enjoy. I'm not sure I'll be on next, because I know the boss called me and said I got a lot of work to do this week. We got 2 gas stations and a Kia to put up.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Good night, guys. And I do. Good night.
Night.
All right. Take care. Bye. See you later.
Bye.